about how to feel really good today. There's something you can do to help you feel really good today. And it's almost like a course you can take. Like there's increasing levels of how good you can feel. You can probably figure out the first two steps. I'll tell you the rest as we go. But it's a secret to everyone, but it's not a secret to everyone because it has to be a secret. It's a secret to everyone because the more you talk about it, the more it gets shushed. So you have to be able to talk about it in a way that doesn't get shushed, which isn't necessarily possible, you know, on my channel in this format. But I was going to try it anyway. I was going to try to not put it in the title, not say anything directly about it, just let everybody know what to do to feel really good. And it's not that hard. It's pretty simple recipe. So what you do is what comes naturally. Something comes naturally. I can give you a clue. You can do what comes naturally. If there's really bad things that you want to stop, if there's things in the world you want to change, this is how you do it. If there's a preferred political system, say democracy, voting, if there's a political system, that might be getting a little too close to. If there's a political system that you want to preserve, like democracy, or there's a country that you like the good things about America, you want to have an opportunity for the good things about America to continue, then that fits in with what you can do today. That feels really good, that will make things really good. And um, yeah, I'll tell you what it is in some sort of secret code. It has to do with expressing yourself, it has to do with using your freedoms. So, expressing yourself, helping others, the desire to stop really bad things that are happening. And if you want to use your desire to stop really bad things from happening in a way that you'll feel really good about for the rest of your life, I can tell you how to do it. Um, it's not that hard. It's a very simple, it can take 30 seconds or a couple of minutes. It can take as long as you want, but it doesn't have to take very long at all. Okay? Hello. You you have a phone on you. Hello. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys how to do it. Are you ready? Thanks for being here. Go ahead and like the live. We're going to support a particular person to end really bad things in the world. Like the worst things you can think about, we have an opportunity to end them by supporting a particular person. Okay, I can tell you who that person is, but I think what I want to do is spell their name first. So type these names out. Type these letters out as I spell them. Melat. Okay? Melat. Kiros. Here, I'll do a sticker of it. Melat. Kiros. Okay? Hello? Hello? Thanks for being here. Um, Thanks for the comments. Okay, so we're going to try to stop really bad things in the world. We're going to save democracy, save the country from the bad guys. We'll just call them the bad guys. And we just have to vote today. We have to get people to vote today. And what you can do is support Melatkiros. Here, I'll do a. There. We'll do a poll. That'll make it fun. That way people can feel like they were part of something the whole time. See? Hello. All right, thank you. Thank you for your vote. We have 100% yes vote. Yay. So, that's what we're going to do. There's a way you can feel really good about yourself, and it's engaging, helping the people who are going to stop the worst things in the world: genocide, fascism, threats to democracy. So we're going to save democracy. If you have an interest in saving democracy, if you have an interest in ending genocide, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay? Thanks for your votes. What we're going to need to do is support Malat Qiros. We're going to support her to defeat Deanna DeGette, the centrist Democrat, who is perpetuating genocide. So, thanks for your vote. All right, we've got 2 good people in the chat already. At least 2 good people in the chat already, so thanks for being here. Oh, it says 4 votes. So yeah, we know we have exactly 2 good people in the chat. Thanks for being here. Good people in the chat. Can we get any more good people in the chat? And is that you, Adil? I like your name, Adil. Reminds me of that foreign exchange student who lived with the Simpsons. Okay, hello guys. So what we're going to do is support Malat Qiros to win, to defeat the genocider, Deanna DeGette. We'll replace her tomorrow. Your reactions help, your comments help, your votes help, especially your real votes, but it's unlikely that we get anybody who can actually vote to influence their vote. So what we're going to do instead is get people, because anybody can post about it, anybody can engage in content about it, anybody can just like the live or leave a comment. It helps pass the baton on to the next person who can do one of those things. And we could, if we weren't under the most heavy YouTube suppression, net and YouTube suppression and censorship I've ever seen, we could potentially reach people and get votes right here, like live. What we're probably going to do instead is just hopefully get somebody to post about it, or at least see the conditions on net and YouTube regarding Malat Qiros, and how they only show one video if you click the hashtag of her name. One video of an interview of her with Hassan Piker. If you click all, I don't know how many videos they show, but like 50%, 75% of them are for me. And they never show my stuff. Like I've noticed recently that I've used the hashtag TikTok of Oz for this character. I've used the hashtag TikTok of Oz for over 500 videos. And it says, 500 something videos, TikTok of Oz, but it only shows 2. It only shows two videos, neither of which use the hashtag TikTok of Oz. So here we are. That's how heavily suppressed my content is on this platform. But that's okay, because we can overcome that, or we can at least document that we're the ones they're the most afraid of. This is the information they're the most afraid of. All right, we've got a 5th vote. Unfortunately, it's not from a good person, but we have a 5th vote. So at least 5 people have voted. Let's see how many votes we can get on support for Malat Qiros, because she's going to win. And even if you don't really do anything that effectively helps her, you're going to be able to feel good about the fact that you tried to help against the suppression and the censorship. You can feel good about the fact that you tried to help. That's what I'm going to feel good about when I'm not allowed to have anybody, in the chat. I'm not allowed to have any type of audience, but I'm doing it anyway. Hey, we've got 6 votes, and a 3rd person supports Malat Qiros, so that's important. Hello, 3rd person. You might be the first person that we can talk about, and we can talk with about all of this stuff. So you assume you know Malak Kuros is going to defeat Deanna DeGette today and tomorrow are the last days to do something about it. So that's why I'm here. And I'm going to do short lives this time so that they'll post quicker, and then we can go ahead and make the highlights public so that there's a greater potential for it to reach people. I'm under no delusions that Net and YouTube's going to allow this information to get out there to, go viral or be accessible to masses of people. But it is possible that somebody could see it and decide to post about it and look into the strange suppression of Milot Kuros and see that, oh yeah, it's just ZionistNet and YouTube, protecting genociders and trying to sustain their genocide. When, if not her, someone else. I mean, I don't even want to say that. I didn't say that for Daria Lisa. I'm not going to say it for Milot Kuros. It will be Milot Kuros. She's going to win, and so will a lot of other candidates. Are going to replace these centrist Democrats in the primaries this time. Like, this is the season for it. I kind of wish I'd been doing more about this recently, but I wasn't thinking about it coming up like this because they try to distract people and keep people from knowing that this is our best chance. Right now, as far as I can tell, the very best thing you can do on June 29th and June 30th to stop the genocide is support Milot Kuros. We'll see who does. Again, we've had 3 people in the chat who support her so far. I can't tell from any of the chats, which it should be more obvious if people really do support her. It shouldn't be that hard to make it obvious who you are and that you're the one supporting her. It makes it better for the live because that way we can have like a personal conversation. Otherwise, I'm kind of like talking to people in the future, and we don't have time for that. We need to be doing something that helps end the genocide. We need to do something that helps end fascism and reclaim our country. So that's what we're here for. You can help. Um, it's really easy to help. Like, I call it the Pillow Revolution because it's just such an easy thing to do. We can do from bed. There's so much of it we can do from bed that why not? If I was going to be sitting in bed anyway, if I was going to be sitting in bed on my phone, like, why not overthrow tyrants from bed on your phone? So we have a tyrant, Deanna DeGette, here in Colorado. She's a Zionist. She's a genocider. Milot Kuros is running against her. There's another lady running against her too, which I really feel like should be ashamed. I think, I've heard this lady speak on the radio before. I feel like she has a local following, but she's also like aware of world events and should know that Milot Kuros is the candidate who's running to stop the genocide. Like, she has a brand of that. She's famous for having been fired for posting that we should stop the genocide. And to be running against her as a spoiler, I guess in some ways the third candidate could be taking votes away from Deanna DeGette. But if she's spoiling Milot Kuros' chance to defeat Deanna DeGette, or that's what she's trying to do, then it's what it looks like. It's like, and there's no time now for her to drop out, I don't think, and say, you know, support Milot Kuros instead. She could have done that a while ago and completely avoided looking like somebody who's enabling genocide. But as it is, you look like you're enabling genocide when you're running as the third polling candidate against 2 tightly contested candidates. And Putin always pays for people to do that. Putin's always paying for candidates to run and drop out, or run and not drop out, to swing elections. That's just always his agenda. So it makes you look like you're both helping genocide, and it makes you look like you're working for Putin when you don't drop out, when there's somebody who can defeat a genocider. And Milot Kuros can defeat the genocider. Again, I've only seen the littlest bit, the shortest clips of like her debates, or they're, I guess it's a debate with her and Deanna DeGette, and she just blew her away. She just destroyed her in the short clip that I saw, and it just makes so much sense. Deanna DeGette's like, I don't know why we can't have free healthcare. We need to get to the root of the problem. And Malak Kiros is like, I know why we can't have free healthcare, because you're standing in the way. We need to get rid of all the Congress people who are bankrolled by big pharma. And that makes perfect sense. And she just destroyed her in that one little clip. Now, I'm sure there's a lot more to see. I don't need to see it. I've seen enough to put my support there. Um, I know my platform's highly suppressed. I know my platform mostly is not going to reach the people that I'm trying to reach anyway. But I'm going to do this despite that, to have the documentation of how the platforms work, because they're the main ones against us. I mean, Putin and Trump and the platforms are the main ones against us. And so it's going against them by, say, electing Malat Kiros, replacing Deanna DeGette. It's by going against them that we win. It's by going against them that we prove we're right, they're wrong. They can have all the powers and all the tricks and stuff against us, but we can still win. They can have all the money, all the political parties, everything against us, and we can still win. So the more often we do win, the scareder they get. The more they realize they have to like compromise with us, or like defect, like, or more hopefully like sabotage their own grips on power and defect to us. That's really the only way to have a long-term viability as a leader, or really anything in America. Like, America's moving this way. People can either get on board, or they can go down with Donica Patinsky. Go down with Donica Patinsky and Vladimir Futon and, all these Trump Trump-Houdiniers. Um, and that goes for the centrist, the Democrats too. They can go down with Donica Patinsky. If you're not going to, put Putin's puppy in the pound, you're not going to put Putin's puppy down, you'll go down with Donica Patinsky. Um, that's just justice. Like, justice can't be delayed forever, and it should be really right on the horizon. So again, we can win with Malak Kiros. Go ahead and register in the poll, but more importantly than that, post about it, comment on it, react, like, engage with content that supports Malak Kiros, because this is how we end the genocide. Have you done much recently to end the genocide that you feel like was effective? Today, you have a chance to do something that ends the genocide that you feel like, hey, I took part in that. You'll feel good for the rest of your life if you can just do the simple things on your phone with your thumbs that can end the genocide. It's not even hard. You can post about it. You can engage with existing posts about it. You can notice, as I have, that YouTube's not showing you anything about Malak Kiros. When you search her up, they restrict most of the information about her. They restrict most of the videos about her. So why not engage with those videos against the will of YouTube? Why not defy the masters who don't want you to know these things, and educate yourself? Learn about them. Know about them. Know the things that they specifically don't want you to know. So thanks for being alive. Thanks for your reactions and comments. I'll probably shut this one down pretty soon, just because doing like 20-minute lives, well, it doesn't allow for as many people to show up. Well, they're not allowing many people to show up anyway. So it allows the content to go out there faster, to be available to other people much faster. So that's what we're going to do. Looks like so far in our poll, we had 7 votes. Looks like 3 for yes and 4 for no to support Malak Kiros. So it would be nice to at least get one more yes vote and have it even 50-50, which is amazing considering we didn't get any supportive comments. I usually have so many trolls that their greatest superpower is to ratio something. So they would love an opportunity to try to make it look like somebody's unpopular when they are popular. Now it says 43% to 57%. I think YouTube is heavily biased to the right wing and fascists, and so I think it's pretty incredible that we have those vote totals. But if we can get one more vote for yes, that'd be great, just to make it an even 50-50. 4 for yes and 4 for no. be better if we could start showing that she's really popular. But that would also require a live stream that reached more people, a wider audience. And when you're supporting the people that will end genocide, then YouTube is not going to let you reach that audience. Still, I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to document the fact I was right about the last live stream I did. I just finished a live stream that went about 30 minutes before this one, and I think there were 15 people in at a time and another 15 people in. So basically, okay, so you're in Joe Neguse district. That's great, but you know you can support Malat Kiros, right? Like, Joe Neguse is good too. We appreciate Joe Neguse. But Malat Kiros is replacing Deanna DeGette. And Deanna DeGette is a Zionist and a liar and a genocider. So we have the opportunity today, as you know, because the election, the primary is tomorrow here in Colorado. We have the opportunity today to elect Malat Kiros. I'm not in her district either, but I can support her. You know, I've been posting content about her that Net and YouTube hides. I've been doing live streams to try to increase support for her that Net and YouTube hides. But I can instruct people like yourself to comment on my content for Malat Kiros, even if it's just leaving an emoji. Right, so we don't need you here. You can vote against her if you want and try to make it seem popular. Looks like you did, because there's 8 votes, and it's 62-38. So we don't want your support, right? You're supporting her by leaving a comment, so thanks, troll. But to me, you're just a troll, you know? To me, Trump Hooteners, trolls, and bots are all pretty indistinguishable. So Jean Kuhn, I think, I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly, but Jean Kuhn, does it make sense what I'm saying? You can support Malat Kiros to win. You can help end the genocide today and tomorrow. But today's a really good day for supporting Malat Kiros in a post or engaging a post. Well, Daria Lisa won. I was doing magic and live streams to help Daria Lisa won, and she won. I was doing, magic against Putin, and Moscow's on fire. I was doing magic against Trump, and he's getting dragged through the swamp of the reflecting pool. I was doing magic against Netanyahu, and he keeps losing the wars that he starts and getting more and more people to hate him and killing more and more people. So that's the one we can stop by supporting Malat Kiros. So now we have 9 votes, and 6 of them are against, because we have 6 trolls and we had 3 good people. That's kind of how it works. So there's been 6 trolls and there's been 3 good people. Now keep in mind, when I shut down the live, it's going to say there were 0 views. Just like last time, there were 15 people on 2 different occasions, so probably at least 50 or 70 or 100 people came through the live. Net and YouTube said there were 0 views. Let's see. Yeah, everything happened like that. Everything happened exactly like that. We did lives for Daria Lisa won. We did magic against. We did magic for Daria Lisa won. We did magic in the lives against Putin. Moscow's on fire. He's losing his war. We did magic against Trump. He's getting dragged to his reflecting pool. Nobody showed up at his party. They're canceling his parties because nobody showed up. It's embarrassing. You would literally feel sorry for any of these people because it's so fucking pathetic if they weren't such evil people who are terrible. Kind of the same way we feel about you guys. So we're at 23 minutes. Don't really want to talk to the Trumpers anymore. So if somebody's not a Trumper, go ahead and comment in the chat. So we'll continue the live stream. Otherwise, okay, Jean Kuhn is here. He says, I agree with you, but phone banking and door knocking is way more effective than just posting on Facebook. Yeah, it is more effective. Have you been doing either of those things? You're aware of those things, but you haven't done either of them, right? Am I correct? You haven't done either of those things? Or have you done one? I was thinking about phone banking or door knocking too. I'm under no delusions that this is going to go viral and reach people who can vote. But I am going to show how what it does do proves Net and YouTube is guilty of suppressing our voices and our votes and our information. I mean, I think she's going to win anyway. I think it would be better if she won in a huge landslide. And I think that landslide would be reflected in larger audiences for live stream supporting her if things were fair. They're not. See what you said. I live in Shanghai, dude. I can vote in Colorado, but I can't door knock here. Yeah, and you probably can't phone bank either. So it seems like what you can do is ideally suited for what I'm suggesting. So I don't know why you're trying to be like argumentative or act like you don't get it. You can comment on my content. You can go on other channels that have Malat Kiros content and comment on those videos. I literally moved to China to get healthcare. Okay, we're all jealous, dude. Like nobody's like, oh, you know, like great. You know, I'm happy for you, proud of you. You can post, whereas you probably can't phone bank from China. You know, and then you're acting like because you can vote and you can post and you can comment and you can do all this other stuff that actually can produce ultimately more votes than phone banking or your own vote by far. But you're not going to do it. You're in China, like you could probably increase, you know, like there's so many ways you could increase the engagement and break through the kind of firewall they have against democratic socialists if you just do something. And again, I'm going to guess you haven't done anything yet. It's not hard, dude. You're doing something now. Yeah, you're engaging in the live. Much appreciated. And I don't mean to be like putting you down for that. That's great. But so are the trolls, you know? Like, your commenting brings more people like you into the live. That's great. And the trolls are going to try to ratio and bring more people like themselves into the live. That's terrible and sucks. But either way, it still brings more people into the live. You're bringing better people into the live. Good. But if you comment on some content that's already out there, you know, it's probably still not going to allow it to be promoted to other people. But it does something. And especially if she's going to win anyway, it allows you to feel like you did something. It allows you to feel like when someone was directly telling you, this is something you can do to feel really good about yourself for the rest of your life, just go ahead and do it. It's the last few hours you can do it. I don't know what time it is there in China, but here it's like the last 26 hours to be able to do this. Yeah, I figured you would. That's not, are you going to say support Malat Kiros there? Are you going to at least carry this message into the chat there? Because if you're going to watch Hassan's live stream, there's going to be a lot more people there. And if you just mention her name a few times in the chat, that's enough. That's doing something. But are you going to do that? I mean, I guess only the people in Hassan's chat will see. I'm the Hassan Piker of the left, by the way. Automatic citizenship for everyone. ICE contacts. Sees all the companies funding Trump's ballroom. Go ahead and repeat those in his live stream too, because he's not going to say that. You know, automatic citizenship for everyone. ICE contacts. Sees every company that funds Trump's ballroom. Again, I'm the Hassan Piker of the left. So you might as well get some leftist views out there. All right, we have 7 trolls and 3 people in the chat. But again, we're almost at 30 minutes. We're not doing full hour-long live streams anymore because we have time is of the essence. We want the live streams to post faster. And I've got company coming over. So, anybody good left in the chat? Not so much. It's just veering the way of the trolls. If anybody's good left in the chat, we'll continue. Otherwise, I'll just repeat. We can defeat the Anti-Get, defeat the centrist Democrats, end the genocide, save democracy, save the country, save the planet. Ultimately, you're going to be going against the oil companies and stuff, so we're saving the planet from climate change and all the good stuff. Just by supporting Malat Kiros, defeating Deanna DeGette, and we've got one day to do it. We did a poll here, support Malat Kiros. We had 3 yes votes early on in the poll. Those people didn't stick around or contribute in any other way. Then we had 7 no votes from trolls, who also didn't participate in any other way, so that's appreciated. They figured they thought that a ratioing was done. But we'll do it again later. And this is it. This is the last, like I said, 26 hours, 27 hours. Maybe it's only 25 hours now to support Malat Kiros and end the genocide. So here we go with 25 hours to go. We'll see how much we can do, how much we're allowed to do, and we'll see how things work out. Again, there was probably, well, we know there was at least 10 people in here because 10 people voted. Um, I would guess it was like 30 to 50 people that came through in this live stream, at least. And when I shut it down, it's going to say 0. It's going to say none of y'all counted at all because net YouTube is heavily suppressing this content. But, and you know what? I don't know that any of you did count because we really didn't get any good comments. We got comments from somebody who kind of claimed to support things, but then was ultimately going to just go watch Hassan Piker. Kind of shows what the quality of his audience is. Now, I've got some of the worst audience ever. I'm not trying to compare audiences there, but yeah, I think it goes to show that somebody that's just going to that's his influence on his audience is they're going to just avoid doing anything, avoid helping. They're going to kind of soak up the attention of other people who care about stuff, but avoid doing anything to help. All you got to do to help, support Malat Kiros. Today's the last day to do it. So I've been doing my part. Hopefully you'll do yours. I do think you'll feel really good about yourself if you do something about it. And if you don't, you should always feel ashamed. But now's the chance to find out what side you're on and what you're all about. And I'm encouraged that Daria Lisa won. I'm glad we did the same thing for her. Even if we didn't help get her a single vote, we participated. And I'm looking forward to the next person too. But I'm mostly looking forward to Malat Kiros winning tomorrow night really big. I need to keep a focus on that. That when she wins really big, it's going to just keep scaring AIPAC and the genociders away. It's going to keep scaring the corporate centrist Democrats and establishment away. And it's so pathetic that the people that don't support her, sure, they're probably just trolls, but what they're saying is that they vote for genocide. They vote for destroying the country. You know, just Trump-Putin-ears. Just Trump-Putin-ears. Putin puppet trolls. But see y'all next time.